Despite the warm temperatures, the extreme winds prompted a shutdown of the Burlington Skyway bridge after a transport truck flipped over at the top. Sean Cowan has more on this dramatic moment.
It was just after 10 this morning when a transport truck rolled over onto its side in the Niagara-bound lanes of the Burlington Skyway. One other car was also involved in this crash, but there were no injuries. Environment Canada says the winds were intense.
We saw wind gusts of over 103 kilometers per hour. I mean, that is brutally strong. We've seen winds blowing, sustained winds of over 70.
The Niagara-bound lanes were closed right away, and then about an hour later, police also closed the Toronto-bound lanes, which affected traffic all around Hamilton and Burlington. The route to Niagara under the Skyway was very slow.
So I'm coming from Toronto. I left at 12:15, and I've been sitting in Burlington for over an hour and a half.
I'm coming in from Creemore, so this is making for a long end to a drive.
First time I've driven in some time, and I don't want a car anymore.
This woman decided to walk home from Burlington, so she ditched her husband and the car.
We live in Stony Creek, so I thought we'll just keep walking and he can meet us.
So your husband's still in traffic?
Yeah, he's somewhere back there.
High winds and transport trucks don't mix well, according to Dave Phillips.
It's got a history of transport trucks being tipped over, blown over when these winds are that strong, and at a higher level. I have to imagine, the winds are we see at the surface. You go higher levels and the winds pick up speed.
Intense winds can also take a toll on the power supply. Thousands of homes and businesses were without power today because of the wind.
The lines will start flipping and rotating almost like a skipping rope. They can come in contact with other lines. Tree branches and our debris can come in contact with the lines, and that's the major cause for outages right now.
Hamilton and Stony Creek saw most of the power outages around the Golden Horseshoe, but crews were on scene fast, according to Electra, to try and restore power. Meanwhile, the transport truck was towed away early this afternoon, but the Skyway remained closed due to the weather. And the Burlington Skyway fully reopened around 4:30 this afternoon. It was closed for 6 hours. The Garden City Skyway was also closed today because of the high winds, but has since reopened. I also just got an update from Electra Utilities, and there are still 2,000 customers without power all across the GTHA. I'm told that crews have been brought in to try and restore power. Everyone should have their power up and running by 7:30, so that's just about over an hour and a half from now.